Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you are in the world, welcome and thank you for joining us. My name is Carl Anthony, and this is AutoVision News live at AutoSens and InCabin USA 2024. We are in the heart of the Motor City at the Huntington Place in downtown Detroit. We are joined by Colin Kwan, President and CEO of MEMS Drive Incorporated. Colin founded the company in 2014 with a team of experts in MEMS design, wafer processing, and packaging. MEMS is short for microelectrical mechanical systems, which uses semiconductor fabrication technology to transform traditional devices into highly integrated chips. MEMS Drive is the first semiconductor-based 5-axis optical image stabilization, or OIS for short, for smartphones. Colin, welcome and thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Colin, tell us, what is MEMS technology, and then further to that, what is the mission of MEMS Drive?
Yeah, MEMS actually is getting to be more and more popular in terms of application. It is already and consumer industrial applications. So it's a very good way to miniaturize and improve the performance of a lot of different devices using semiconductor process. So actually MEMS is everywhere around us. And what MEMS Drive is doing, we basically is a team of expertise in the MEMS actuator profession more than 25 years. So our focus is to design and manufacture and sell the miniaturized MEMS device for a lot of different camera applications.
Of course. Colin, let's talk a little bit about MEMS Drive and your autofocus function. How is that applied to the automotive industry?
Yeah, that's a good question. And as you may know, they are getting more and more cameras in the automotive industry. And because of autonomous driving, because of a lot of new features in InCabin, so the camera capability has to be improved. No matter it's improving the sensor resolution, improving dynamic range, and also have to be endure a very unstable and a very dynamic environment. So you can sense the environment more precisely. So that is a very important development. And autofocus is commonly used in a lot of consumer electronics, just like a mobile phone, your professional camera. However, in automotive, we don't see the autofocus camera because autofocus is very delicate, very precise movement, which is not very favorable to be used in a car. But MEMS can change this completely. So this is why we are here. We try to make it happen.
Yeah, it's exciting. In the introduction, I had mentioned MEMS Drive and optical image stabilization. Optical image stabilization, written as OIS for short. So when it comes to MEMS Drive, optical image stabilization, that function, how does that benefit the automotive industry, Colin?
Yeah, that's also important. If you look at the car, when any vehicle moving, you create a lot of vibration with the camera, which is not favorable. In a good lighting condition, of course it's fine. Of course it's okay because the exposure time is extremely short. Talk about a few milliseconds or even shorter. But during the low light condition, evening, or even the bad weather, the lighting condition is not as good. Your exposure time has to be improved, and also in a bumpy road condition, the shake and all this vibration will make your image quality getting worse. And it will bring the camera behind, the computation behind this camera will make it very challenging to determine the precise environment condition.
Durability and robustness is one of the most important things in automotive. How does MEMS Drive address durability and robustness?
Yeah, certainly. You can have a lot lot of fancy technology in the camera, but it's just not able to pass automotive criteria because reliability, durability are so much important. And for MEMS, the benefit of MEMS is that because we are silicon, it is not metal. And one important IP we have in terms of the interconnect we call ECF. In the full name is electrically conductive flexure, which connect the image sensor signal through our silicon structure all the way to the outside PCB. And this particular structure, we use a very tough testing criteria. We let the actuator to move in full stroke 24/7.
Yes.
We test over 2 billion actuation cycle, which is extremely long.
It's incredible.
After this 3 years of real tests, and we found out the actuator performance is the same as day one. And what's interesting is that the test equipment, the laptop, we changed 3 times already, and because it's already dead, because of the keep using it, but the actuator is still moving perfectly.
Sure.
So this is we talk about the longevity of the actuator. Another important thing is the reliability based on a vibration environment. We perform a real automotive OEM vibration test for the actuator. So we vibrate the actuator severely, over a long period of time, and after the test, the actuator is still moving perfectly. So those can guarantee, and this actuator is very suitable for automotive working environment. So, and that actually changed a lot of the mentality of using actuator in the camera, because in automotive people don't want thing to move. They want everything fixed.
Correct.
But we can move and we can survive under this severe environment.
That's incredible. Colin, the future development of MEMS actuators, what do you think when it comes to the future development of MEMS actuators in automotive systems? What do you foresee in the future there?
Yeah, so actually, when you look at all this development for a camera in automotive, the resolution is required getting higher and higher, because you want to understand the environment, to understand the whole driving condition perfectly. So resolution is getting higher. With that said, the vibration of the vehicle will be more and more damaging the quality of the resolution.
Yes.
So we definitely think the OIS will be one of the requirements for the automotive camera, and also for autofocus, because right now fixed focus is only allow the camera to look at certain range of the road. For example, like 5 meters, and some of them they watch at 25 meters. But if you want to get a best MTF across a wide range of distance, using autofocus is definitely needed. So our autofocus feature, I think in the future, is extremely beneficial to this kind of requirement in the automotive camera.
Colin, in the past, we've talked about safe drive with MEMS drive, and that is such an important component of what you do. What does that mean, safe drive with MEMS drive, and what is its application and relevance to the automotive industry?
Yeah, because safety is basically the better you understand your environment, and you can anticipate problem and challenges, and some of the safety is related to how good you can perceive the road condition. So having a best camera, having the autofocus and OIS, actually you can improve this kind of image quality, so you can determine the road condition much earlier. You have more time to react, and that brings you safety. And this is how MEMS drives connect to safety in the sense that safe drive with MEMS drive.
Colin, when we get to talk and do these interviews. The last time we did this in Brussels for AutoSens Brussels in September of 2023, you had said something to the effect in the interview that you hope you're making a difference in the automotive industry, and I truly believe that you are. I truly believe that your innovations are making a difference, especially now as we're talking about these new things, optical image stabilization, autofocus. So I know you had said in a prior interview that you hope that you're making these strides in automotive and you're making a difference. And I would say, my friend, you truly, truly are.
Yeah, thank you. So I will work really, really hard to actually get to this point, and we are very glad that the ecosystem, a lot of partners, are working with us closely and support this direction.
Of course, of course. Well, Colin, from all of us here at AutoVision News and from Sense Media, thank you again for your time, for sharing your expertise. Have a good rest of the show. Safe travels back home. And as always, I've really enjoyed this. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Carl. Yeah.
More to come from AutoSens and InCabin USA 2024 at the Huntington Place in downtown Detroit alongside Colin Kwan. I'm Carl Anthony, AutoVision News.